Alright, we got a serious question. Does anybody care about these big Marshalls? This is an old one. This is from 1974. It's a 50 watt JMP, no master volume. This channel is insanely bright, very treble and shrill. This channel is bass, very funky. Let's look at the back side of this monster. So to me, this is a real Marshall, made in England, Mark II, by Jim Marshall Products Ltd. Serial number da-da-da-da-da. It's got one of those impedance selectors, but I just have it hardwired to 16 ohms. Here's the speaker outs. No effects loops, none of that stuff. Somebody did install a fan, and I'm getting winded holding this, so I'm gonna try to get it over this way. Very strenuous. So what I'm going to do is connect it to an attenuator. Man, that's very physical. So this is a power soak from Tom Schultz, Rockman Industries. What you do is you plug the output of the amp goes in there. And then it goes through all these capacitors, the signal. And we're going to turn it way down. Then the output, that goes to the speaker cabinet. So you've got an impedance or ohmage selector for some reason. It's 4, 8, or 8. But here it says 4, 8, and 16. So I'm just going to go with 16. So this would be full power. Here's negative 3 decibels, negative 6, negative 9, negative 12, negative 15, negative 19, negative 25. That's usually where I keep it. Or way down here if I want to crank the amp. So this makes it so I can turn the amp up and get the grind and the tube action without blowing my head off. So this will go, we'll put it here. And actually, we're going to hook that up later, but so stand by. But yeah, the matching cabinet is also from 1974. It's got vintage greenback 25 watt period correct speakers. So it's a pretty good matched set. So we'll be doing some testing of that later, but I just wanted to give you a preview and let you watch me try to haul that. I'm still out of breath from hauling that head in and sending it up. So I kind of like the challenge of the bigger amps as far as hauling them out of sheer stubbornness, orneriness, and pig-headedness, just clinging to the old ways of the big amps. And this makes me think of if you're playing like a kegger in a meadow for a bunch of bikers. Yeah, you better have a little bit of presence with your stage sound. You can't, a little Fender Champ is not going to cut it. Or a Princeton, maybe a Deluxe will get you started. This is 4 speakers to cover. It's going to cover that meadow a little bit. But really, these are pretty directional, so the sound just blazes out like in a giant laser beam and develops, you know, many feet out there. And it's pretty directional, like a beam. So that's why if you had like, you know, 4 of these or 8 cabinets, maybe 4 heads, you can spread it out a little bit. Now, I actually don't want it. I don't want to crank it up. I just like the sound. I like the sound of the cabinet. I like the sound of the head. And again, I don't have time to plug it all in now, but we shall hear it soon. So I just wanted you to watch me kind of struggle with that monster size thing. And this is not my only attenuator. We'll try maybe a different attenuator. We'll test a couple. So I'm glad we got this in the house. And it's ridiculous because this is a tiny room. So completely, I'm just doing it for just because it's absurd. And nobody likes big amps anymore. Everybody likes, oh well, things like this universal audio. This is the amp. You just plug in your power supply, guitar in, output goes to your mixer, and you route it to your in-ears, and you're done. Speaker cabinet, stage volume, what's that? Yeah, it does work. That's fine, but I'm still gonna... I'm hip, man. I'm in, but I'm also clinging to the old ways. So, thanks for letting me show you this monster rig, and we will enjoy